Good morning. I know there are people out there that have private messaged me asking me about our travel plans in our RV and wondering if it would be a lifestyle they would enjoy, but also sharing the fact that they have some reservations about doing it because they are afraid they're too old. So, what I thought I'd do today is share with you a couple of people that I think will change your mind on that. When Alan and I travel to Rockport, Texas every year for 4 months, get away from the snow. And while we're here, we've made many friends in our RV resort. And there's all ages. There's younger people that are here for work. There are middle-aged people that are empty nesters. There are retired people that come for the companionship. And then there are much older people in their 80s and 90s. And you might wonder what they do. Well, we have one lady, and she has been coming to this RV resort since the early 70s. And she is 92 years old. Her son brings her from Iowa every year, and he flies back home. And when she's ready to come home in the spring, he flies back and drives her home. And she's been coming here for 40 to 50 years. And originally it was with her husband, but then when he passed away, she decided to continue to stay. And this 92-year-old woman is so active. She takes a walk every day by herself. She joins in all the activities in the RV park, whether it's playing bingo or the 4 o'clock happy hours or taking outings with friends to festivals or different events that are going on in Rockport, Texas. And even when we have potluck, she's the first one up there to wash dishes, and if you try to help her, she will say, "This is my job. This is what I contribute to the potluck." And she's 92 years old. One of the sad things that happened last year at the RV park is we had a couple by the name of Joe and Frida. And Frida was in her late 80s, and last year we found out that she had cancer. And so when they came, we expected her to be less active and not participating in too many things. But she was just the opposite. Every time you talked to her, she was just a spitfire, and she was ready to have a conversation and ask you questions, and so engaged when you met with her. And her husband, Joe, in his 90, whenever the weather was nice, he would take his kayak out. And more likely than not, he would come back with fish. And a lot of times he just shared it with his friends and fellow fishermen. But every day that he could, he was out in the kayak and he was fishing. But he wouldn't tell anybody the spot that he fished in. And to this day, we don't know. Well, last year when they came and Frida was getting worse, we didn't know at that time that that would be our last time to see Frida, but she did pass away over the summer. But they had been here for many years, and it just was such a joy to talk to them and see their kind spirits. Another gentleman lost his wife, and a friend of mine lost her husband, and they're back again this year. And what we found is that when you lose a spouse, you really don't know what to do with yourself. And so they come to the RV park, and some are full-time and some are part-time. But what happens is the community of people here embrace you and include you in their activities. And they're mostly retired, and they have time to talk to you and listen to what you're going through and showing empathy. But it's just such a better solution than just sitting home and missing your spouse, and after the funeral everybody goes home and you're just not sure what to do with yourself. So we have a good number of people that come. One thing that I find entertaining is we have one guest at the park, and he's not here every year, but he and his wife are quite elderly, and they have a golf cart which has the panels on the side so that they won't get rained on, or it'll protect them from the wind and that type of thing. And they have the cutest little dog. And so what this gentleman does, I don't know his name even, because he's not someone that stays here full time. But you'll see him in his golf cart, and he has a long leash on his little dog, and they drive around the park, and that's how he walks his dog. And oftentimes he has his wife with him, and they'll stop for a second and visit with someone, and then they just go about their merry way with their puppy. And he gets a good workout, and they are able not to overdo things as far as walking the dog and that type of thing, because as you know, it could be something that's done several times a day. But anyway, we gave the dog a nickname Sir Pee-a-Lot. So when we see him coming down the road, we say, "Here comes Mr. Sir Pee-a-Lot." And we just all have a good laugh, and we all wave to the gentleman, and he just gets the biggest smile on his face. But I will note that they do stop and pick up the poo when he does his business. But there are so many people in this RV report that it's like a small town. The ones that are here for over the winter months, winter Texans, and the friends that you make over the time that you're here are priceless. Everybody knows everybody's business. Everybody knows if you're having a problem with your camper, or if you're having medical problems, and people will come and visit with you and try to make things better for you or help where they can. But anyway, if you have reservations about whether or not you should explore living in an RV, either part-time or full-time, you will find people your age that are having the best time of their lives. And I would just honestly encourage you to give it a try, because you can go swimming, you can go golfing, you can play card games, you can go around the town and try new meals and new restaurants and new venues. It's endless. And if you are afraid of bringing a camper down, once you're here and decide to go back home, there's a service that will pick your camper up and take it for storage. And when you're ready to come back, they'll bring the camper back, set it up for you, and you don't even have to worry about it. So that's something that could be a second home for you, a vacation home. So I hope that this information is encouraging to you. I hope that you will think maybe about giving it a try, because Alan and I are living the best life ever because we made the decision to RV camp over the winter months. So for today, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Take care.